Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. So since the price of Bitcoin has managed to close above this 46,000 range, now what to expect next? Because in a weekly time frame, I have been very clear that the price of Bitcoin, if it wants to show any sort of a impulsive movement, then in a weekly, the 46,000 support must remain. And if you look at the price action of Bitcoin, you can see we did manage to close this weekly also above this 46,000 area, and right now we are also above this 50 weekly moving average, which is a very good sign, because we know in the past Bitcoin price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has found a proper support above this 50 weekly moving average, as you can see, plenty of time after that we have seen some really rally type of scenario playing out. So that's why in our case, as long as the price of Bitcoin in a weekly time frame is going to remain above this 46,000, we are actually in a very good area, because we could be actually seeing some more range bound and also price trying to break here to the upside before choosing an actual trend direction. Because I have been very clear in my video, whenever the price of Bitcoin has shown an actual reversal, first it has always got gravitated towards this 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line, and only after getting rejection between this 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line, we have seen an actual trend reversal. And I've showed you so many times in a video, because if you look at this actual trend reversal here for Bitcoin, you can see, guys, this scenario has unfolded again and again, because whenever we have seen an actual trend reversal, the price after this retracement has shown a really nice relief rally where we got gravitated towards the 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line, failed to find support, and after that trend reversal. Here similar scenario. Actually, I've talked about this so many times in my videos. You can see again a retracement, relief rally, got rejected around this 0.5 to 0.6 Fibonacci line, and only after that we started this actual downtrend. And you can see this has unfolded again and again. I mean, price before showing this actual trend reversal has got gravitated around this 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line, failed to find support, and only after that we have started this actual downtrend. So that's why in our case also we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to see this movement where we get gravitated towards this 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line before price chooses an actual trend direction. And in that case, we could be also approaching towards this 50 to 55,000 area, right around this area, before price chooses an actual trend direction. And beside this, what I also want to include into this video is this one very interesting example which we talked in my yesterday's video. So yesterday we talked about this descending broadening wedge, and we saw that each and every time the price of Bitcoin tried to break out of this falling trend line or upper line area of this descending broadening wedge, we got a rejection, right? But in our case, if you look at this price movement, we managed to break out of it, and now this pullback what we are witnessing could be a retest of this previous temporary resistance line, because we know this line was a very important line of resistance, and now the price is getting gravitated exactly at the same trend line which is holding the price around this 46,000 area. So that's why if the support is going to remain around this 46,000, then we could be also expecting some really nice movement in price action of Bitcoin, because we know inside this descending broadening wedge, yesterday I also included this inverse head and shoulder type of formation, because if you look at the price structure here, breaking this upper line resistance was also breaking the neckline from this inverse head and shoulder. So that's why for us this inverse head and shoulder scenario is also playing out, and this pullback here could be the retest of this neckline area which previously acted as a resistance, and also retest from this upper line area of this descending broadening wedge. So that's why, guys, that's why for us here in a daily time frame also, or in a smaller time frame, 46,000 support must remain if the price of Bitcoin wants to show any sort of an impulsive movement here to the upper direction. And now let me also show you what might happen if this support around 46,000 is going to get broken and price of Bitcoin is going to see this rally here to the downward direction. And now, before I switch into other chart, I just want to make you guys aware that we have up to $8,700 crypto exchange bonus available for you. The only thing you have to do is to sign up using my ref link, and after your initial deposit, you will be eligible to claim this $4,600 bonus. So if you are an experienced trader, if you want to take advantage of this market volatility, the link is provided in the description down below, so feel free to check it out. Now let's switch the chart. So for that, I want to show you this descending broadening wedge, because we know this upper line area from the descending broadening wedge in a bigger frame has already been broken, right? I just showed you the previous descending broadening wedge is around this area. So now if we do manage to see a pullback price failing to find support around this 46,000, then we could be retesting this bigger support line between this 44 to 45,000 area for Bitcoin, because we know this line right around this 45,000 has always been a very, very important line of support and resistance for Bitcoin. Because if you have been following me for a while, you know I've been talking about this so many times, because we knew that between this 45,000, this line were actually a very, very important line of resistance, and also the same line acted as a support, and after that we got a really nice bounce. But now if we are going to see this retracement again here to the downside, then this same line is going to be one of the strongest line of support for Bitcoin in case we see any sort of a price retracement. And not just only this one here, guys, if you also monitor the price movement of Bitcoin around this area, right, this pullback, or if we do see further pullback, this would also make a lot of sense, because if you look at the price structure around this area in a bit different way, let me show you this ascending triangle. So guys, now let me show you why this pullback, if it's going to happen, actually could be a retest again from this upper line area of this ascending triangle, because this ascending triangle upper line was a very strong line of resistance, right? You can see that this line was a very, very strong line of resistance between this 45,000, and now if this pullback is going to continue, then this could also be again another retest of this previous temporary raise line before price again starts showing some new impulsive movement, because we know between this 44 to 45,000 we have some very, very strong line of support for Bitcoin. And after this pullback, if it's going to happen, right, finding support, we could still try one more time to break here towards this 50,000 area, because we know we are focusing around this 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line before price chooses an actual trend direction. And beside this, what I also want to include is another interesting scenario which could be playing out around this area, and also indicating us that here in the medium short term, maybe the price of Bitcoin could see a quick retracement towards this 45,000 range, right, before again trying to break here to the upward direction. Now let me show you that here. If we look at this price action of Bitcoin here in an hourly time frame, and also use the CPR indicator, which is a leading indicator. So now if the price of Bitcoin is going to fail to continue this rally here, and also fails to remain above this 46,000 range, then we have to be a bit careful here in the medium short term, because the price movement, if you look at this carefully, guys, could be forming this so-called double top type of formation. And if this double top is going to play out, right, and price is also going to break out of this neckline area, then you can see this pullback here could continue towards this top of this CPR indicator. So this CPR indicator, the top line, which is lying around this 44,500, could be retested before price chooses a trend direction. So that's why, guys, if this 46,000 support is going to fail, then here in the medium short term, maybe we could see some more retracement, price retesting the top CPI line lying around this 45,000, right, and then again trying to move here to the upper direction, because we know according to this CPI line, our upward price target is still open, and this monthly elrond target line is around 50,000 area. So that's why, guys, for us it's very important that the price of Bitcoin remains above this 45,000 in the medium short term, and in a weekly above this 46,000 if we want to see this movement towards this monthly elrond line, which is lying around 50,000 area. And also looking through this Fibonacci line, you know, we are also expecting the price of Bitcoin to see this movement toward this 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci line before choosing an actual trend direction. So guys, these are some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and also for those individuals watching it for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.